everyone, welcome to another video. Before we get started, we do have a shout out today, so thank you to Tabout who subscribed and also left a comment in the comment section. Just as a reminder, I know that there has been a few issues with leaving comments in the comment sections on my videos, but that should all be working now. So if you do have any comments, suggestions, ideas, or just want to leave me a little note, leave it in the comment section below. I do go through and check every single one and respond in some way to every single comment that you leave, so please do let me know. And if you have subscribed, please let me know if you've not had a shout out like we've got here, so that I can add you into the next video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be looking at the background to one of the topics that you'll be studying for component 2. So there won't necessarily be any key terms at the end of this video, but it is still something that I think is useful in terms of context and information about the background of this particular industry. So we're going to focus on the history of music videos, and I'm going to start off with a sort of timeline for this before thinking about the purpose of music videos and what they actually do, why they're important for us to study. So music videos actually started really, when we think about it, in sort of the 19th century or late 19th century. So 1894 recorded the sort of very first music video, or something that we could consider a music video, which was through something called a magic lantern. So a magic lantern was an image or a series of images that were printed onto glass slides and then viewed with a backlight, sort of like a slideshow that was set to music. Obviously we've come a long way since then, but this is really the origins of where music videos started. Moving through into the early 20th century, we then had musical short films that were set to images. So we had sort of either still images or short moving images that made up this musical short film. 1930s, we had cartoons that included musicians playing their songs live. 1940s, we had soundies, which were, I suppose, the most comparable to music videos that we have today, and included dance sequences as we would expect to see in some of our music videos today as well. A musician called Louis Jordan was making short films for his songs, and these were often cut together to make a longer feature film, which again is something that we see in modern videos today, particularly if you're studying Bad Blood. We often would consider that more like a short film, and Katy Perry's Raw is really staged like a film. Moving into the 1950s, we then had an invention called a scopitone, which was a little bit more like a visual jukebox. And then we had artists like Manny Pitson in the 1960s who pre-recorded their songs before adding visuals on location, where they'd lip sync and then add the music audio later. So again, very similar to how videos are recorded today. Now the Beatles would often use short clips in the 1960s to use in other countries so that they could promote their music without having to appear in person. So here we're starting to get some real purpose behind music videos as well. Moving into the 1970s, the creation of the first music videos that we would recognise were Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody, but the very first video to appear on television was the Bugles' Video Killed the Radio Star, which appeared on MTV in 1981, but the clips for it were recorded in 1979. So this brings us right up to the sort of music videos that we would recognise today. Now obviously music videos do a lot for the artist, but we need to think about wider purposes as well, because when we're looking at those individual artists, whether it's the modern male, modern female or the traditional, they're all, with their videos, they're all doing sort of slightly different things. So obviously a music video acts as promotion first and foremost, but we're not just promoting the artist or the album or the song itself. Sometimes we can promote a different product through a music video. So we could be promoting like the Nokia phone that you see in Katy Perry's Raw. We could be promoting a completely different artist through things like the fact that we've got a couple of feature tracks that we might be studying. We're also promoting the production company as well, and that's why in the Bad Blood video we have such emphasis on who directed the video. Now, as long with this, music videos provide a narrative to the song, particularly because all of the videos that we've got the option of studying, they're not performance videos, they're not lyric videos, they're all narrative videos. So we all have a storyline in each of these videos that we need to work out and gives us this sort of deeper understanding. They also act as a representation of the artist and help to create the artist's star persona. And that's why if we take a video in isolation, we get one representation of the artist themselves. But when we look at that compared to the rest of their catalogue and the music that they've produced, we can see how this star persona has changed. And a really good example of looking at how a persona has changed is to look at Taylor Swift as an example. So even if you're not studying her as your set text, have a look at how she has changed since she first came into the industry, and look at how the different eras of her are represented, so you get a better understanding of how this star persona and how this representation changes over time. Hopefully you guys found that useful. I know it's a slightly different video and it is a slightly shorter video, but I thought it'd be useful to give us some background information. As I said a few videos ago, what I'm doing at the minute is filling in the gaps of different topics where I'm thinking that there should have been a video and I haven't done it. I'm going to use this summer break to try and fill in those gaps before focusing on some of the things that you guys suggested in the questionnaire that I ran a while ago, looking at different specifications, looking at A-level and seeing whether I can accommodate that on the channel, and obviously taking on board any suggestions or ideas that you guys have as well. So please subscribe, hit the button below to get instant notifications every time I post a new video. One of the things that you guys did say in that questionnaire was that you would like me to use the community section on YouTube. I can't do that until I get to 1,000 subscribers, so it's really down to you guys to share this with other people who are in your classes to get those subscribers up so that I can use that and keep you updated that way. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you have any questions, comments, ideas, suggestions, pop them in the comment section below, or you can use my social media, which is Instagram at GCSE Media Revision or Twitter at media_revision, and I will get back to you on there. See you guys later for another video.